we don't know how to be okay with certain emotions. So it comes from a lot of things. If you're sad, like say if a man is sad, why you act like girl? But there are things that sadden you. It's okay. And I think it's even the way how we look at gender and how we think of each other, it limits our ability to express our full range of emotions because everyone can feel joy, everyone is angry, everyone can feel things, but we just don't hold on to things. It's sometimes I look and it's like the only acceptable emotion for some men is to be angry, either happy or anger. You can't feel sad, you can't feel annoyed, you can't be in love. Like there's so many things that you can allow yourself to feel, but you're limited by what you think that a man should be. And women are the same way. You're limited by what a woman you think a woman should sound like, should be like. And I feel like we limit that in some ways by just not letting people be who they are. So it's something that I try to, like, I always trouble on my friends. I'm like, are you, like, my guy friends, I'm just like, you sad? It's cool, it's all right. You can talk to me about it. You can talk to me about it. I don't, like, I try not to judge you because you feel what you feel, and I don't think there should be any reason why you can't say that. Maybe it's the way that you express it, and I don't like extremes of any emotion. So there must be a balance where you're okay in this space right here to say that. And I think a lot of people just maybe need to be more open. Because I listen to my coworkers. I have a lot of older coworkers, just how they treat their children. Like they're saying that, how them son was crying over something, and I'm saying, you need to man up. I said, huh? You should be happy that he feels comfortable with you to cry about anything, because he's a teenager, he's going to, and he feels okay still to talk to you about these things. And even if he's sad about it, him cry about it, yeah, he might cry, and that's fine. He won't cry all the time, but him crying, he moves along. As long as he doesn't dwell on it and every day him crying, then that means there's something else. But you should be okay that he's asking these questions and he can feel things. That's okay. But we tend to shut person's emotions down and disregard them. So they say, so it's like you cry too much. So that person learns how to shut down that aspect of their emotion, and they don't even know when to cry. Like even if they want to, it's like all this choked up emotion that you're not sure how to feel or how to express. So it's just something that I think we can, I don't know which generation is going to do it, but it's something that we need to teach our children. That it's just okay to feel things. My Kiwanis club, we do a lot of work with primary and all age group. And so much of these children have serious mental issues that it's something that we don't talk about. I have this little girl that if you say anything to her that she does not like, she gets angry. Her brain shuts down. You can't teach her anything for the rest of the class. Her brain shut down because she's only focused on what you said to her. Or if somebody hit her, just like a slap, playful slap, she didn't like it, her brain shuts down. Her only focus is how can I hit you back? And the teacher that we're talking to, we're like, see, like, what is going on? They're like, she's become better now. She was worse off. If you stop her, she would disrupt the entire class to hit back that person that hit her. But these children, they don't know how to let things go. Like everything is an affront to their entire personality. Like it's, no, your answer is wrong. Their whole ego is affected by just that one word. And it's something that I don't know if it's parents or teachers or just that entire bubble around them, but it's really affecting how they think of things and their ability to even do things, because they've been told one thing all their life, and when we're trying to teach them otherwise, it's very difficult for them to come to grips with that. So it's like, I don't know how to not respond to this situation. It's like if somebody hits you, you don't always have to hit back. It doesn't have to be a fight all the time. You can just say, you can leave it. You don't always have to respond. But they just know how to respond immediately, impulsively. They don't know how to think about things, and they just go for it. And it's very, very difficult for them to come to terms with, you can just, he hit you, but you can just leave it. It's not, doesn't, no, they take everything so, so personally. And I think it really affects their ability to just focus on other things because they're so distracted with, it's a this, or you just feel so offended by that. 50% or like more than 50% of Jamaicans have undiagnosed mental illnesses. Most of our adults, I'm just like, so he's just a generation of mad people who are just all crazy. He says, especially in schools, there's so much issues going on with children, because I think he specializes in children and their counseling. He says he gets his office is full, and it's just a turnaround. It's not poor children, it's not rich children. Everybody comes to him because everybody is feeling they're having issues all across the board. But it's people look at you and say, okay, you have this, your parents drop you off at school, you don't have to worry about lunch money, you should be fine. But you don't know what kind of mental abuse your parents are pulling you through. You don't know what kind of comparisons you have to deal with at home. You don't know what kind of abuse you're facing. So, and then puts it in a situation where somebody who's facing that same situation but has none of the resources that you have, they're so it's something that it's because we can't see it. I think it's one of those things that you can't see, even though we see how it affects people, but we can't see it to put our hand on it. So it's like if you have a cut on your hand, we can see that. But if you're depressed, we can't see it. So it's really, really difficult for persons to come to terms with that. But children, like I've seen a lot of little children, the way how they react to things, I'm just like, they need somebody to talk to. But we don't know how to talk to them because we're not trained to do it. So we may say something and it just makes everything worse. So it's just something that I think we all need to be trained on how to maybe teach us. Maybe they need to start guidance counseling earlier. Maybe there should be a class, that personal development class that we do. Maybe they should speak on mental health, because I don't remember ever talking about that. So maybe we can find other ways to teach children to be really open with their emotions and teach them how to process emotions, because even though they're children, they have personalities. They have fully developed personalities. They have opinions. They have things, but we tend to disregard a lot of that. But they do have really, really deep-seated thoughts that they want to get out, but they don't know how to. Like if you see children write some stories, you're like, oh, this is what's happening. But they don't know how else to express it, and I think we have to come up with creative ways to allow them to express their emotions and help them. Because if they don't talk about it, then we don't know, and then it affects their ability to learn, to really engage in friendships. A lot of things are really affected, and we just don't know how to treat it. So I think that's something that I don't know how, but it's something that we do need to play more focus on, just to raise more responsible, emotionally aware young people. Validation is important, but it shouldn't be the reason that you do things. And I think also self validation is very, very important. So I am big on telling myself that I'm really, really awesome or that I did a good job. So you shouldn't only hear good things from other people, because then you begin to depend on those things from other persons while not feeling it for yourself. So you work so hard for somebody else's recognition. But you can look within yourself and say, I did a great job today at work, or this project came out great, or this painting was really, really nice, or my outfit was great today. So I think self-validation is important, but it never hurts to help. It never hurts to hear good things from other people, but you just can't let that be building your self-esteem. So you can't work towards other persons telling you did good. You have to feel that within yourself. So if they add anything to you, it's just overflowing your cup, your already filled cup. But it can't be filling what is empty. Strength is an amazing, amazing thing, and persons express their different strengths in different ways. And I think it's not physical. Physical strength is one thing, but there's so many other ways for us to be strong that we just have to be okay with. Some people are mentally strong, like they can deal with so much and just not break down. Some people are physically strong, some people are emotionally strong. So I think strength is something that comes from within all of us, and we can build on that strength. So you may not be strong emotionally now, but you can learn how to be. And I think it's just something that we should encourage. We should encourage strength in all ways that it expresses itself.